Hello and welcome to the Monday Night Live show, where together we discover what's going down around the underground scene with a focus on independent publishing. The date is November 13th, 2023, and this show is brought to you by yours truly, the man, broadcasting from behind the curtain. You know who I am, because if you don't know by now, you can visit www.livefreeliverich.com or simply Google this name and you'll find out. Now, I'd like to take this time, slide right inside my first segment of the night, where I like to shine a spotlight on some books. That's right, that are currently available or coming soon to an online store near you. Yes, it's true. See what we have up first tonight. This first one comes from Cathy Lynn Brooks. Shares a link to her book. That book is entitled Rose-Colored Houses by Cathy Lynn Brooks. So let's take a look, shall we? All right, there's the cover. Let's check out that blurb. Step into the compelling world of Rose-Colored Houses, a captivating tale set against the backdrop of autumn in 1942. Meet Peggy, a resilient 7-year-old girl who embarks on a journey of self-discovery in the face of a troubled home life. In the Rosedale boarding house, she lives with her 2 older brothers, her mother, and her father, whose quick temper and emotional abuse cast a dark shadow over their lives. As Peggy grows older, she begins to unravel the web of lies and secrets that have surrounded her since childhood. Questions arise. Who is her father? And why does the family always suffer from hunger when he is supposedly a successful lawyer? What lies behind his mysterious disappearances during his frequent business trips? And why is the family constantly on the move? The true nature of Colonel Charles Wickman, Esquire, Peggy's father, becomes entwined with the intricate relationships and lives of his family. Will Peggy and her brothers follow in their father's destructive footsteps, perpetuating a cycle of pain and deceit? Or will they find the strength to break free from the chains of abuse and deception, forging lives based on truth, friendship, and love? In Rose-Colored Houses, explore the profound themes of lies, abuse, love, and healing woven into a multi-generational narrative of wealth, ruin, and redemption. Can forgiveness be achieved without reconciliation? This poignant tale delves into the complexities of human relationships as characters strive to navigate the turbulent waters of their past while seeking a brighter future. At the bottom here says, for fans of the timeless classic A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, Rose-Colored Houses promises an equally unforgettable reading experience. Lose yourself in this richly woven tapestry of emotions where the triumph of the human spirit shines through against all odds. 155 pages of saga fiction, family, saga fiction, historical fiction. It definitely sounds character driven. Give it that much. All right, let's see who is next up. From Hilly, Barmby says, thanks, Jonathan. Little by little, Cassie, an amnesiac, pieces together the truth about her Southern family. Oh, okay. Let's see what we have here. Wait a minute. Let's not jump the gun. This one is called From My Cold Dead Hands by Hilly Barmby. All right. All right. Can a woman who has lost her memory piece together the truth about her family, her life, and her friend's murder? After waking up with amnesia in hospital, Cassie returns home to a life she doesn't recognize. She gradually learns that dodgy associations from her old life have left her estranged from her husband and alienated from her. She gradually learns that dodgy associations from her old life have left her estranged from her husband and alienated from her children. Cassie no longer wants to be the person she was before, but breaking away from her past and from her wealthy family is not so simple. Meanwhile, she still suffers confusion and experiences nightmares about an unknown man while hearing from her friend Marcy that she had been having an affair. When the police dismiss her after she receives a frightening phone call, Cassie vows to uncover the truth. But when a body is found, a series of revelations brings Cassie's past into shocking clarity. 355 pages, women's psychological fiction, women's crime fiction, and crime thrillers. I suppose men could probably read it too. All right, we got one more for you tonight. Let's check it out. Oh, look who's back. Look who's back. Look who's back. Look who's back. It's Shiv Saywack. Looks like we will be continuing our coverage of the Mary Finch series. And this one is entitled Mary Finch and the Spy by S.S. Saywack. All right. a fast-paced historical mystery adventure for readers aged 11 plus, set in the world of Sherlock Holmes. Perfect for fans of Enola Holmes, Sherlock Holmes, and classic crime fiction. This is the third of the Mary Finch mysteries. When a bomb goes off at a society party, Mary's long-lost brother is blamed. When secret naval plans are stolen, she wonders why Sherlock Holmes's brother, Mycroft, is leading the police astray. Then a dark figure from her past returns, determined to get his revenge on Mary. Murder is just around the corner if she is not too careful. In the summer of 1893, Mary must hurry to find the truth before it's too late for her and her brother. 270 pages, teen and young adult European historical fiction. Teen and young adult literature. And those are the books, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the books for this week. Watching this on the replay, you know what the deal is. Head on over to the community tab and cast your vote for which one out of those three books you thought had the most text appeal. That's right. In other words, which one out of those three aforementioned titles would you be most likely to pick? And if you would like to discover more from the independent market, you can head on over to my playlist tab and open yourself up some mystery packs. Inside each mystery pack, there's a cover card that reveals a book from the independent market that was recognized by the Live Free, Live Rich network. And inside the description section of each video, there's a link that will take you to an editorial written specifically on that book by yours truly. And now let's get into some announcements. Being a proactive supporter of independently created arts and entertainment means keeping a finger on the pulse of what's happening around the indie scene. But unfortunately, when it comes to underground activity, it's not always so easy for individual artists to be seen. So if you're tired of feeling as though you are stuck in the shadows, then I welcome you to keep me on the up and up with whatever it is you're working on, or feel free to share something that you've already made with the rest of the network on one of our 2 group servers. This is an open invitation to artists and supporters alike who simply want to focus on appreciating independently created arts and entertainment. I created both the Gilded and the Discord server as open forums, where not only are you encouraged to share your projects, but also to foster a pro-networking environment in which both creators and fans can discover one another and make connections without worrying about being in violation of some stupid rule. Cheers. Yes. Both those networks, links to those, you have the open invitation, like I say. Everyone is welcome as far as that goes. You don't have to be an artist. Like I say, you could just be someone who is curious about the indie scene. Maybe you'd like to just see kind of what's out there. Open invitations to those. The links are always in the show notes down below. Now, if you guys would like to stay on the up and up with whatever it is that I'm working on, and with the entire Live Free, Live Rich brand in general, you can head on over to my website at www.livefreeliverich.com And right on the home page, you can sign up get on my email list. You can sign up, get on my email list, and I am sending out one newsletter a week. We'll keep you on the up and up and provide you with all the pertinent links from the previous week. And last but not least, I have an opportunity for my fellow writers in the independent community to kind of make a connection. The Storytellers Society, still accepting open submissions. This is a public collaborative project, basically an outreach program, really, for my peers in the writing community. What I'm looking for is flash fiction for this project. Flash fiction for this project is fiction that is between 500 all the way up to 2,000 words. This can be fiction that you actually have published somewhere else, so long as you own the copyright and you have the right to give me permission to republish it on my blog, where it will be free for public viewing from now and indefinitely. Just because you submit something doesn't mean that your work will automatically be published. It does need to be approved, but if approved, then you'll effectively book yourself a room at what I've dubbed the Hotel del SS, where all the members of the Storytellers Society stay. All right. I'm going to keep things moving right along into the next segment. This is a hot segment that I call Hot Topic for Content Creators. Hot Topic for Content Creators. This is where I pitch a hot topic to you, and then you turn around, if you feel so inclined, and create your own content on said topic. And you can come at this topic from a variety of angles and come up with your own subjects as we kind of continue to embroider these topics together. Or else you're always welcome to jump into the conversation by dropping some comments down below and or checking out any of my previously pitched hot topic videos, of which can be watched in any order. And for your convenience, I've even made playlists for each individual hot topic conversation that may have piqued your interest. And the following subject I've prepared pertains to our ongoing hot topic discussion on art and artificial intelligence. With the rise of various forms of generative artificial intelligence technologies, also known as gay tech, comes a whole new host of issues surrounding online commerce, more specifically with the already notoriously predatory gig economy. So since I have become more knowledgeable in all the various ways that gay tech has invaded the creative space of arts and entertainment, I would like to present what I believe are some ways in which you can protect yourself from the fakers, phonies, and frauds who pull scams on producers, directors, and creators who want to hire professionals for a specific job, seek the services of contractors, or commission artists for various kinds of work. As a disclaimer, I will say that these tips are not foolproof and should not be considered a form of financial advice. But as the old saying goes, a fool and their money are soon departed. So if you don't wish to be made a fool by those who aim to take advantage of you, then I suggest you take heed and consider the following. Generative artificial intelligence technologies, also known as gay tech, has made it easier than ever for people who have absolutely no marketable skills whatsoever in arts and craft to invade the creative space and claim that they do. Some of these people can easily be written off as delusional individuals who just want to be left alone to have their fun with gay tech. No harm, no foul, allegedly. But then there are those who are being a bit more sneaky about the ways in which they utilize gay tech as nothing more than a tool in what they consider to be a creative process. Now, these are the individuals that I want to avoid, because these people may not only want to sell me on the idea that they are creative people, but to take it a step further, they may go as far as to try and trick me into believing they are professionals who are to be taken seriously. So seriously, in fact, that they may try to charge their unsuspecting victims top dollar for their creativity or services that are not only ineligible for copyright protection, but may even put their clients at risk of copyright infringement if they were to use that work as part of a for-profit commercial project. So what kind of person would do this? Well, without casting aspersions, the best thing I could do is to rely upon speculation based upon the types of products and services I think most individuals within the creative sphere may rely upon to finish their projects. This could include people that you hire for any of the following gigs, okay? So anything having to do with visual arts. We're talking like graphic design, like doing logos, book covers, illustrations, etc. Another one is writing services. Okay, so think like copywriting, ghostwriting, even programming. So we're talking like web or software developers. And this also goes for game development as well. In that same vein, also for you authors out there who may be looking to hire someone to do some proofreading or editing. There's plenty of gay tech out there that they could just run your manuscript through, turn around, and then just ship it right back to you without doing any actual real work. And then voice work, which could include like audio narration. So like those of you who do like audiobooks, looking for narrators or something like that, or even voice acting. Digital audio productions. So this could include both sound effects and music, okay? And then at the bottom here, I also put specialized services, okay, such as virtual assistants, which could include like anything having to do with coaching and developmental services, or any hodgepodge of services from pre-existing fields of professional consultation, whether that be like financial, legal, etc. If it's all online and done virtually, then who's to say you aren't just paying these people to turn around and simply use a glorified form of Google to relay information that's crucial to the success of your specific business plan? So how are we to separate the hacks and the con men from the actual experts, here are some of the guidelines and criteria that I will be using from here on out to vet any contractor, artist, or professional that I plan on hiring for my creative projects. The following tips should not be considered my advice to you because you should do whatever works for you and your business. So I suggest you take whatever I say here with a grain of salt and consult with your respective advisors, business partners, legal reps, etc., to figure out how you would like to conduct your business. Okay? So from here on out, this is what I'm going to do before I hire anyone. All right. First and foremost, and probably easy enough, Google their name. I will be taking note if they are using an alias or a DBA. Now, I don't expect everyone to have a registered LLC in order to do business with me. But if they are hiding behind fictitious screen names or using nicknames, then that's going to be a red flag. Speaking of hiding, do they show their face online? Listen, I'm not hiring avatars or virtual 3D character models. It would be nice to give credit to someone who has a professional looking headshot and not some fucking furry or anime cartoon caricature set as their profile pic. Okay. It won't kill you to have a few headshots in circulation on the internet. Speaking of internet, I will be extremely leery of any so-called professional, expert, or artist that has a very limited online presence. If anyone is asking for my money in exchange for their services via the internet, then I expect to find the following. Number one, they have at least 2 forms of social media with active accounts. It is important to note that I am not only looking for recent activity, but also checking the dates in which the accounts were created. I will be on the lookout for Johnny Come Lately as well as Mr. and Mrs. Fly By Night. Number 2, do they have a website or a blog? And does it look professional? Now, that could be subjective, but one way to tell is whether or not they have registered the website's domain name, which means spending money and putting some skin in the game. Because anybody can slap together a professional looking website for free within a matter of minutes, but usually you can tell by just looking at the web address. And number 3, and just like with their social media, I will be looking for any evidence of activity on their website, like when was the last time it was updated, or if there are any examples of their work in the form of a portfolio, catalog, or customer testimonies. Now, speaking of internet activity, this next guideline of mine may seem a bit controversial, but it all depends on how you're looking at it. And for me, I will certainly be taking anyone's involvement with gay tech very seriously, and especially if their involvement with gay tech can be perceived as a conflict of interest in reference to the services that I was interested in hiring them for. In other words, I would be suspicious of any so-called artist for hire that has used gay tech in their social media posts or openly admits to using gay tech as a tool in their creative process, even if only for fun. For me, these are effectively going to be automatic disqualifiers for paid work. I consider that muddying the waters, and I really don't want to waste my time sifting through the muck to figure out where exactly someone draws the line when it comes to utilizing gay tech. because not only is it my ass that would be on the line, but the bottom line is that it would just be a waste of time when there's actual work that needs to get done. I'll just be like, well, that's a shame. Next. Because you can bet your ass there's another starving artist just around the corner who's hungry for work and can't afford to get mixed up with the bullshit. So what do you guys think about my guidelines? You think they'll work? Will they keep me from getting scammed? Would you add anything to what I said, or do you have an easier, more streamlined method for vetting so-called professionals? Better yet, if you personally know of some legitimate creative professionals, then feel free to share, and maybe we can help them out and give them some business. Hey, Rachel. How you doing? Good to see you. Not too shabby, not too crabby, you know. Rachel chimes in on this one. Rachel says, I'm glad I found an editor who is old-fashioned, an artist who streams their process, and a narrator who also works on his own books and posts bits from the booth. Yeah, that's cool. Hey, Frederick's in the house. Howdy. Howdy, partner. Got out of jail. Uh-oh. That is the hot topic for this week. I'm going to get right into the wrap-up. Yes. How are you guys doing? A campus police job, huh? It's going to be your job to break up the parties. Sounds like a thankless job to me. But I digress. That is Monday Night Live for this week, ladies and gentlemen. I hope y'all had some fun. I hope y'all discovered something new, but don't fret, because guess what? I will be back here for you. Next week, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 6 p.m. Pacific. Have a good week.